Hi guys, so as you can see, I've already started this, oopsie daisies, but I will be going back to show you exactly how to make this. So, what is it? Well, as you can see, it's actually the start of a halo. It's the spring halo, but I'm going to show you how I made these pieces before I get anywhere close to going ahead with it, so bear with me. So you're gonna get some wire. I prefer wire because it's easy to bend and shape into anything that you want. The thicker the better, but you don't want to be too thick. Which also means you're gonna need some ooh, shiny. You're gonna need some pliers to cut the wire with to make this tiny little headband. So you're gonna wanna measure your wire before cutting it. I made this mistake 3 times before I started filming, so measure. Okay, so after that you're gonna wanna bend it into shape. I sped this up because I didn't think it was a very necessary part, because all you have to do is put it into the shape of a headband for your tiny doll. And as you can see here, it's now ready for me to test on the doll. Always test your headband on your doll before you start making new things, because you don't know if it's going to fit your doll or not. Okay, so it's now time to try this on your doll. Now I usually pry the wire open and then close it back shut when it's on the doll's head so I don't scratch it. To get it back off, all you have to do is push it backwards and then it just slides off the hair. Okay, so to make the base of your halo, you're gonna need some more wire. You're gonna want to measure it again because I kept forgetting to do that for some reason. What you're gonna want to do with it is you're gonna want to curve it. So a bit like the headpiece, you're gonna want to curve it around but leave a bit for a stem. After you've done all that, you can bend it. Bend it upwards so that it's in the shape of a lollipop. Yeah, a lollipop. And then you're going to want to bend that in a 90-degree angle. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't, but just keep at it. Your end result should look like this. And now we can get to the fun part of decoration. You're going to need some paper for this next part, so if you haven't got any close, go find some. I probably should have told you you're going to need some pens or paint or pencils, crayons, whatever you deem necessary or use for this next part. If you haven't got that, pause right now. Okay, so I did do a tiny bit off camera, but this is just to show you how to do it. All you have to do really is color in the page. Messy, good, but don't leave any white patches because that's not going to help you at all. And here's what it should look like. You're going to need some scissors for the next part, so I hope you're all safe with scissors. If you're not, then go find a parent. I'm sure they'll be happy to help you. You're going to want to cut it up, so cut the patch out that you just did. And this is the fun part. Yes, I want you to scrunch up that little piece of paper into a tiny ball. When you open it up, you're going to need your scissors again, because you need to cut it into strips so that you can wrap it around your little halo. So our next part, we're going to be gluing, and I use a glue gun, but you can use Mod Podge, PVA glue, just a normal glue. But if you use a glue gun, be safe please, because it is hot. This is awkward hands after I burnt myself. So here's what it should look like at the end, completely covered. Do not worry if it looks messy because it's supposed to look like a branch, not a diamond ring. You can use whatever you want for this next part. I used fabric because I thought it would be easier, but paper probably would have been better. This part is for the stem that will hold your halo up. Put some glue at the top of your stem and wrap it around like you did for the main part. and wrap it all the way to the bottom and then glue from the bottom. Trust me, it's easier that way, but if you want to go all the way down gluing bit by bit, then that's fine too. This is me adjusting my lighting because I knew it was too bright, but it should look like this at this point. If it doesn't look like this, don't worry, because we all have different ways we like, that's me dropping it, but we all have different ways that we like to do things. It's time for flowers, so you can either use some pre-done flowers, or you can use more paper. Get your colors back out because we're gonna need them here in pink for the flowers because we're making them out of paper. So like the first part with the brown, you're gonna just want to do that again. So just color a whole page of pink. I didn't show it on camera apparently, so I'm so sorry. To get to this tiny little flower, cut out a circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Fold it and fold it again and you'll have your little flower. For that little bit more detail, I added gel pen in the center of the flower to make it look like it had a little middle section. Now, just use your glue and stick it onto your little halo. This part is really repetitive, so take breaks. With the same process as the other things, you can add leaves too. You can also add as many flowers as you like. This is how it should look. I've added a curve in the back so it's less noticeable when she's wearing it. It's butterfly time. Oh, okay, it flew away. Okay, so it's butterfly time. I pre-made these because you can make them however you want to make them. The quick rundown of how I made it, I drew half a butterfly on some paper. I then folded that in half, cut that little piece out, which leaves a butterfly. Now you just need to color it like a butterfly, and this part may be time consuming too. By the end of that, you're left with a butterfly. You know what stage it is? It's butterfly time again! We have to stick the butterflies onto the actual halo now to make it the spring halo. Welcome to the final part of making the spring halo for your doll! Okay, so this is the hardest part actually because you actually have to attach the halo to the headband. So here's how I did it. Using the same material that you used on the stem from earlier, wrap it around the headband. Only wrap it around halfway though, so when you get to the middle, you can stick your halo on. Use the material that you were using to wrap it around the stem, and then carry on wrapping it around the rest of your headband. After you cut off the excess, you're done. And there you have it, a mini halo for a doll. I hope you liked this tutorial. Like and comment if you did. From me and my dolls, thank you!